Wait, do you remember what's like the answer, the questions and stuff? The questions of the paper. Okay, all right. Hang on, camera apertures. What does that sound familiar? I heard it somewhere. Ah, okay, all right. All right, that sounds cool. That's actually, yeah, it sucks that you have to like drop out because it's like the the thing isn't what you wanted. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, like I heard something like that. Like I've seen like people complaining as well about like art schools not being worth it. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, like I also have that same experience when I was in college, which is like I always think like I when I already graduated college, and I always have to wonder whether like college was worth it or not. And it's like to me, I don't think it's worth it. But the reason why I have to go to college is so like it's the only way I could get employment because like yeah, that's why it's like every time with what you're saying before, like I kind of have the same experience where it's like they don't teach you how to how to do like comic style and all this stuff and all that stuff, and then it's the same when I was like taking animation as well, which is like it's fucking useless, but for some reason I still get like a B on my grade or whatever. So it's like I don't know, man. Like I had to like learn all this stuff by myself, all this like digital painting and cross hatching stuff because it's like they don't really teach me in college. At this point, it's like either myself or I found like helpful like YouTube or like PNG or PDF file or like videos on like um Pirate Bay or whatever, like, and all that stuff is like fucking free. Then going to like college and stuff, it's like, yeah, which is like I also wonder, oh man, like, but I had to like, sorry, no, it's fine, wait, bruh, wait, hang on, Stooge, someone's knocking on my doors. Wait, hang on. Yeah, hello. Okay, all right. Uh, actually, wait, hang on, be right back. I need to pick up something. Give me like 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, all right. Be right back. I'm back. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, hang. Wait. Where is it? Wait, hang on. Hang on. I want to sure. Where was we? Sorry. I just want to check first. I just want to check. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Like, I also have that same problem when it comes to like Blender. Like especially like people have like different versions of like Blender, and I was like, yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that would be nice. Um, hmm. Every day is fine. Like it's just that the time, because we're on different time zones and all that. So it's like, I mean, whenever you feel like it, whenever you. Right now, no, because I want to get this. Uh. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just ask away. Just ask away. Wait. Yeah. 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 Where is it? All right. Sure. Yeah. What's it called? Like, I think I still remember the basics of Blender, but the thing that kills me every time is like when sculpting mode. I think I already told you this, like how it's like every time I like do the brush or whatever, like whether it's like emboss or debossing the thing, and it's like or like here's a better example when using the pinch tool, and then it's like the polygons become like incredibly sharp and pointy, and I don't know how to fix it, even with like you know the undo, because like I set my undo to just 5 so it doesn't so that the memory or cache doesn't like overload or whatever. I forget how. I think it wasn't 5. I think it was 10. But even with that, it's still not enough. Yeah, like I just like the one thing that kills me about like my productivity when it comes to Blender is like sculpting, especially when the polygons become way too sharp. Like if you pinch it, and I don't know, like I seriously don't know how to fix that besides undoing, like going through the undo, and even to that, it's like still not enough because I set the undo to low. I don't know. I want like I seriously want to like learn Blender because like I I don't know. I don't. I seriously don't want to go through ZBrush and all that because like I seriously want to go like I seriously want to learn Blender so I could like make my own like character models and my own like action figures and all that. Yeah. 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 Oh. No, I said ooh, like Shimmer God's wife. Mm. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Like, is this like a 3D cartoon or what? Okay. Like, say, I don't know, Digital Circus, maybe? I don't know. Okay, 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 okay. I didn't know he was married. That's cool. Verona. Okay, just see. Actually, no, I shouldn't be doing the feet first or whatever. I think I have to go. Hang on. Sorry, I'm talking about I'm talking to myself about the what I'm streaming right now. Sorry. It's not. It's I set it to mute. It's because there's no one else. There's no one else because I thought like the new members were. Oh, keep in mind that the new members that arrived to my Discord server, they're they're local furries who are like watching stuff. I don't think they're I don't think they have free time today because like today is like a national holiday. Yeah, like I forget what it's like the Muslim version of like Thanksgiving where they where they go out to meet their to visit their relatives or grandparents' place and all that stuff, and then Lebaran, I think I forget. I keep there's like many of them, so it's like yeah. So basically, it's like that. So it's a national holiday. I think my mom. Well, I don't know about my mom though. Like, I think definitely my sister and her husband and her kid and their kid is go is going. I don't know about my mom though because I remember last night she says she's not gonna go this year because she doesn't have transportation or whatever, but she might change her mind. I don't know. Right now, I'm at home with my brother, and the house is freaking quiet right now. So I don't know. Oh, by the way, what do you think of the render right now? Like, I wanna try doing black and white first, and then color it. Showing what? Wait, are you sure it's recorded? Hang on. Oh no, not on Discord. On YouTube. Sorry. Okay, I'll give you the link if you want. Okay. Here we go. Wait. I'm gonna. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna be in the open chat here. Yeah, it's in the. Can you see it? It's in the SFW stream chat. Okay. All right. Thanks, thanks. I've been trying to improve and then make the workflow much better because like I couldn't do the when I was doing the color thing because my eyes are like getting like easily disoriented because like there's so like mostly because like there's so many colors popping in. I mean I could just like I don't know like make them invisible on each layer, but I don't know. Still, it's like disorienting when I'm doing when I'm like rendering in colors and not black and white. So there's that. So yeah, the one thing I tried doing this technique like years ago and I couldn't get to I didn't like it, but I found out that if I'm doing this, okay, so it's not like this. It's not supposed to. So basically, it also applies to the how dark the areas are. Like for example, this. I don't. Yeah, so it's like, hang on. Here. Where do I? Okay. All right. Sure. All right. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So since you're back, do you want me to keep explaining how the black and white? All right. So years ago, all right. So years ago, I wasn't able to like do this because I still don't understand how all this works. So it's like, so it turns out like to make the colors like you know is based on like certain areas of like being like some of them are like dark or light. So it turns out. So it's like, for example, like you see how like some areas like some of it's like when you see a black and white picture you see how like the skull part is like lighter than like the others, so it's like okay, this needs a bit of work, especially the green part. So it's like hang on, it really depends on the thing here. Wait. So it's like so basically to make things lighter I had to use the overlay. I had to set things to overlay and then the rest if I want to like darken the the other parts, basically multiply and then like set it to completely black, but turn it to like certain opacity. And then have to like yeah, and then there's like some parts where it's like you have to like go through like the gradient map stuff. And then wait, let's see. I remember one technique where it's like the gradient map thing has to be like. Hang on, let me see if I could do this. Overlay, maybe. Nah, it looks like crap. Nah. Hang on, I want to see. Yeah, it's like Angel's gradient or GRD is like very good if you want to have like tones and shit where it's like, let's say if you want to like have like in the night sky and then you want to like do that, you could do like this and then send it to either soft light or overlay. I mean, you could do with colors as well. There's that. Yeah, so like I finally understand how to like do the thing where it's like the coloring from black and white to this, so there's that. So that the process is like not, yeah, like so the process not disorienting to my eyes shit, so there's that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it because like I think the first time I ever did that was like an art trade with Digby, not Digby, something the goat, I forgot. Chudley asked, "Hey man, long time no see. Hey, what? Hey Chudley, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the late response. Was just talking to Stooge. Actually, I'm still talking to Stooge, but anyway, like, yeah, welcome, welcome. Wait, what music am I playing right now? Oh yeah, Worms 3D. Okay, alright. But anyway, yeah, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys like the music that I'm playing right now. Very spacey and calming. I don't know if it fits this this drawing that I'm coloring right now, but it's there. It's there. I didn't want to listen to anything like heavy or whatever at the moment. Yeah, because it depends on the mood of the drawing and stuff. Oh, I love the synth. There's so many, like, not gonna lie, there's so many like video game soundtracks that I missed out on. Like not just the 3D Worms games, but also like the 3D Ninja Gaiden games. I mean, the 2D pixel ones are also nice as well, but like Oh my god, like yeah, like later in this on my playlist, we're gonna play some Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, um, the first 3D Ninja Gaiden game that's on the Xbox, and then Ninja Gaiden 2. What else? What else? We're gonna play some Half-Life, Blue Shift OST, yeah, and Half-Life. A couple of like Half-Life, yeah, kinda. There's like one, there's like several of them. There's Medic, Intruder Alert, The Calm, Dreams of Cruelty, Red and Blue Triumph, Rocket Jump Waltz, Robot, and a Robot. So there's that. I don't when I'm doing the playlist, I don't want to like put all of the music from each games because I want to like, you know, something different. We might be playing some Dino Crisis OST music, assuming if we're up to there. Not sure how long this art stream is gonna go, or how long I'm gonna finish this art, but it's like my entire playlist is almost like 4 hours. It's 3 hours, 47 minutes, and 48 seconds to be exact, because yeah, all of them are like video game soundtrack. There's gonna be like one Star Wars Republic Commando music, and then one, yeah, one Tower of Guns music, and then there's three Alien Breed OST, the one from Amiga, and what else? Yeah, yeah. There's some like there's gonna be like a few Call of Duty soundtracks. Most of them is from the original Modern Warfare and Black Ops 2, and then there's a bit of Ghost and like Black Ops Cold War. There's several Killzone 3 original soundtrack, and then one song from Duke Nukem 3D. There's two songs from the original Manhunt, and then a few songs from Enter the Matrix and Path of Neo, but they're like re-engineered versions, so there's that. And then, enough yapping. Let's start continuing this drawing. I mean, I could still talk. I could still talk. So, anything in particular you want to talk about, Stu? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's been kind of exhausting, but yeah, it's fine. For some reason, I'm addicted to black coffee and Chivette coffee for some reason. Near the end of March, I don't know why I don't know, they just taste good. All of a sudden, I didn't like them at first, but then it's like, ooh, this is actually, oh, I love it. Got me pumped and shit. But what about you, Stooge? How's your March? Ooh, nice. Ah, all right. Yeah, that's actually good. I hope it works out. Hmm. Oh, is this like rigging? Are you referring to like character 3D rigging, or is this something else? Hmm. Oh, look at this. Okay. Okay. That's very cool. Wait. Wait. Hang. Wait. Stu, hang on. Hang on. Stu, wait. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. Hello, Appa. Huh? Wait. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Someone's knocking on my door. I don't know who it is. Be right back. I think someone's calling me or something. Be right back. Okay. Be right back. No, I have a pencil. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My sister needed help with something, so sorry about that. And I need to look after my cat for a bit. So where was we? Where were we? Talking about? Ah, shit. Okay. I thought we were talking about your job thing or whatever, or like the blender thing. Because the music scores thing was like before. Okay. I hope it goes successful. Yeah. Damn, why is my voice raspy? Hang on, I need a drink. Yeah. Blender. Oh, by the way, you want to talk about the thing about the radio stuff? Yeah. So, like, the interesting thing about, like, these radios is that there's, like, I'm still learning, by the way, so it's, like, these, how do I say it? Because, like, there's, like, where do I start? Is that these things can be very helpful when it comes to, like, communications. Let's say everything goes out, like say your T-cell and your phone communications go out. I'm actually surprised how far these cheap Chinese ones can go, especially when you replace the small antennas. Oh, sorry, you replace the stock antennas with a better one, with a cheap better one, because like a lot of these like Baofeng or Bofeng UV5R stock antennas that it comes with are not very good, and yeah, it's better replacing it. And once you understand like the basic like frequencies and channel stuff, it actually becomes like this thing can like help a lot. And it's also like a great compact stress buddy, because like you can also like not only can you like listen to like FM radio, but you can also like intercept nearby frequencies from other people and then hear them talk about it. And of course there's like laws regarding this kind of stuff, but it's like it's not illegal to actually own this and then it's not illegal to actually like buy this and then not have a license. The only part that is illegal is that if you butt in on like or talk to like these high powered high frequency high powered what's it called high powered wide frequencies, and then just like hold push and hold the push to talk button and just like say stuff, and then without the license. But like at the moment I don't have a license at the moment, because like I've been listening to other people's frequencies on like low powered and narrow option, so there's that. So yeah, it's actually like also pretty good for like for emergencies in case of like natural disasters, or if you're like critically wounded, or you have someone that's critically wounded, and you could just like find like the emergency, or like 911, or like like call the hospital, or like try to like contact the hospital frequencies or whatever. And what else? Uh, the one thing I remember not to use a ham or an amateur radio is that don't use it inside the hospital, or like literally anything that has like hospital equipment, because the frequency or channels can interfere with like some of the tools that they're using. So like if you have like a handheld or a portable ham or amateur radio, make sure it's like you turn it off. There's that. What else? Yeah, and a lot of these like Chinese brand, China made handheld ham amateur radios that you can actually program this through Chirp, and then you can like what is it like, and then put in the channel numbers and names and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. The one I own right now is a Baofeng or a Pofeng UV5R in 5 watts. Mostly because this is like the most common starter budget friendly walkie-talkie radio. And like I don't really know about like I'm not really sure about the other radio types, because like I don't know, they just don't seem to like fit my budget, because like the other radio types have like the aftermarket parts and accessories are like hard to find, or they're just expensive. Meanwhile, the aftermarket parts and accessories for this UV5R is like there's loads and loads of them. Like I can't wait to like actually buy an extended battery. I think the one that it comes with is like 1200 milliamps, while the extended battery is like at least twice that much, like 3800 milliamps. So the standard small battery is like lasts about like a couple of hours or so. Meanwhile, from what I've heard from like reviews and stuff, the extended battery lasts for about at least a week. So there's that. The extended battery is like for people who want to like who want to do excessive use on the radio, and it's like the extended battery is also compatible with like some of the other models. I think the UV5RM and the UV5RH. The difference between those and the UV5R is that the 5RH and the 5RM has like an LCD, and what else? One of them has like an airband option where you can detect like frequencies from airports and stuff. And I think one of them has a GPS, but I don't really know. Not sure about like water resistant or waterproof or dust proof. What else? I think all of them are still use the 2-pin K plug, whatever. What else? The 5RH and the 5RM are a bit more taller, and the LCD whatever is like much more clearer and wider, or is it longer? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I got like this is like a very good companions. Like The problem is that I don't have any friends who are like, into this kind of stuff, so we could do like radio talk, like what, like in The Simpsons, where Bart and Milhouse does their thing. So I don't know, like, I heard you can actually contact people from like outside the country, but I don't know how to use that, like. Because from what I've told, the UV5R is like, how much was it? 1 to 5 kilometer radius? I don't know. They said that like I could expand that to 10 kilometer radius, but I don't know how. Like I don't remember how to do it. Because like people like. One might say that, the bigger the watt, the better it is, but no, it's mostly like, to have like an effective walkie-talkie radio is mostly like, it's mostly revolving around the antenna. That's why like a lot of people will say that if you're gonna buy the UV5R model, it's best to like ditch the stock antenna and get a better one. They say that go for like the NA771 model that's made by Nagoya, and there's like multiple different options and all that stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, it's really, like all this radio stuff is actually pretty interesting. The fact that people still use them to this day is like very like wow. I mean, they're kind of like, there's this new radios called there's like the GMR radios, but the GMR radios are only like for family stuff, and they don't go as like, when it comes to like antenna radius, they don't go as far as like the ham radio ones. In fact, the GMRS radios are like much more lesser, because it's more like the GMRS. If someone asks me, hang on, wait. Hello, sorry about that. My headset ran out of batteries and I forgot to charge it, so sorry about that. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, the GMRS. So basically, the different, the only good application when it comes to the GMRS radios, if it's like, inside buildings or office work security, or like you want to like monitor your family or whatever. So it's like, that's the only good use I can think of when it comes to GMRS radios. Let's see, what other like walkie-talkie types are there? There's the digital versions called the DMR radios, but they're still like pretty rare, mostly because like they're like one of the most expensive radio types, and also because they're still brand new. Let's see. Because like the thing about like the old-fashioned like the most common radios that we still use are analog radios. This UV5R one that I own is like an analog radio. So basically, the difference between an analog radio and a digital radio is that a digital radio is much more clear whenever one person talks, and you don't have to go through the push to talk stuff like in analog radio, you could just like literally talk like in on a cell phone, basically. So there's that. Mm. But the problem with DMR radios is that they're easily encrypted because it's like it's basically like a hand phone. You need the T cell and all that stuff, and it goes through like it's not like in analog frequencies where it's like you have to find the frequencies. So basically, like if you get spied on, if you're trying to avoid getting spied on, I would highly avoid using the DMR radios. Like it's the same reason why like airports and police officers and the military still use analog radios to this day, is so that their enemies or like literally malicious people don't spy on them or like gain information from them and all that stuff. So that's actually one benefit when it comes to like ham or like analog old school analog radios. And also, and another benefit with when it comes to like analog radios is because like people still keep on using them to this day. It's just that because the price point of a DMR radio is like so much more expensive. I think it's like the budget one is like $100. Meanwhile, the top of the line ones are like $200 to like $400. So it's like, and again, going back, it's like DMR radios are still a new thing. So it's like, so that means it's because of the price point of and it being a recent new technology. Like not many people use it. So there's that. What else is there? FRS, no. There's also there's like both analog and digital radios that have GPSs on them. I mean, they're great if you don't want to use your phone for GPS because you need Wi-Fi or like quota to get there. So there's that. What else? I mean, you can actually like. Well, here's the funny thing about like these UV5R budget radios is that you can actually turn them to like GPSs with your phone. But you need, in order for that to work, is that you need to pay for this this app on. So basically, you need a. So if you for example, if you want to do it on a UV5R radio, you have to buy a 2-pin K plug. So you could like connect it to your phone or smartphone, to your smartphone or smart tablet, and then what else is there? You have to buy this app that's on the App Store. I forgot what's it called, but it's like ASPR something. It's fairly cheap. I think it's like $3. So what's interesting about this setup is that it's basically that. Oh man, I love this song. It's so epic. So anyway, like it uses like satellite, and then it does this mapping of where your location is. So if you use, so it's pretty cool. Like I didn't know you could even do that. So, like so basically you could make your budget radio into like a GPS so that you don't have to like spend much money on like a high quality radio. You could just like use your phone. I mean, there's like multiple methods on turning your like converting your like radio and smartphone into like a GPS contraption, but that's only one I know, and it's like the most budget friendly. Oh, and also like if you don't have like a, let's say, and also a power bank, so you could like recharge both the radio and your smartphone or tablet. Only if like if you like change the stock, or only if your like radio already has like a USB-C or whatever USB type plug, or if you're like if you own the UV5R types, it has the newer batteries has not only a USB-C type plug, but also like there's like a all right. Hope you're doing fine, Chudley. God, this song is so fucking epic. Oh, what song is this? No. Ah, okay, Blue Shift. Okay, we're going Half-Life now. Okay. Yeah, sorry if I'm springing out. It's like my ADHD is acting up again. Yeah, sorry for the eerie, ominous music. It's like I just wanna like, you know, I want to have like different types of music being played. You know, try to fit into the art that I'm doing depending on the mood and stuff. So there's that. Chudley says, "Yeah, this song is awesome. Yeah, it's from the one before this is from like a mashup of the Republican Commando OST, especially the Cologne Commando theme. So there's that. Hey, So Stooge is back. Welcome. Sorry, I had to explain Chudley about the song that was playing before this. We're now moving towards the you know Half-Life soundtrack. So there's that. So all right, welcome back, Stooge. Welcome back. Sorry about that. No worries. Yeah, your music right now is being played. So what were you saying? What were you trying to say? No, you wanted to go back. You wanted to go back what we were talking about. Okay, all right. Hang on, wait, hang on. I want to see what Chudley is saying. Dude, your art is amazing. Thank you. You're good. Thank you. Thank you. Well, although keep in mind that this is not my the inks and the sketch is not me. It's made by Argon Wolf, by the way. So and the character is not mine. So just a heads up there. And I'm just here to just color it. So it's a color upgrade. So there's that. Because I do remember some people mistaking me for like completely drawing like certain commissions when I'm just like there for as the colorist. So there's that. So yeah, going back to the radio stuff. So yeah, you can actually like turn like your budget UV5R walkie-talkie radio into like to operate on like a GPS. And again, if for those who are asking, so if you okay, since this is a radio and it doesn't operate on like quotas or whatever from a smartphone or a telephone, so how does this work actually? Again, going back to what I said, it uses frequencies, so it's basically using like either repeaters or like satellite, you know. And this whole radio stuff is actually great for survival. Again, going back to the emergency stuff. So yeah, there's that. Again, like there's like a whole like this whole radio stuff is like a rabbit hole of like trying to learn new things, because like what I've said is just like probably just one or two chapters of this kind of stuff. Like I'm still new to it because like I'm trying to still understand how these these frequencies work. Like I do want to use this to like to communicate with people, and it's like I'm still a newbie at it, so there's that. I just what I say is just like the basic stuff, like to understand like about the budget stuff, and then there's like the different types of like these radios, and then the whole thing about like having licenses, and then the basic the surface level like laws. And again, it's not illegal to own this and then like talking to your friends and stuff. You can just like buy this and then use that to like talk with your friends. It's only illegal if you're like impersonating someone, and if you're using the much more higher, the wider and high powered frequencies without the license. The reason why I would say why I had to bring up the impersonating part is because like um when I was like starting to get into this, and I had to ask like people who are much more experienced at this, they said that you should avoid buying like secondhand radios from milsurp stores or military surplus stores, because it's like that kind of like buying like secondhand radios can be like illegal, because like you don't know what kind of radios they've been through, because they might be previously used for like I don't know, like cops or like military uses. So maybe that's the reason why they said that I should avoid getting like buying secondhand radios from like flea markets or whatever. Like they say like milsurp stores, so I don't know if it includes like. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, again, I didn't know about the identity theft thing because it's like, you know, I mean, then again, they could be those used, what's it called, those used radios from milsurp stores. Those things could be like previously like licensed, so that could also be the case. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't aware about the identity stuff. So, but yeah, again, I forgot since like you need a license for the high power stuff. So yeah, no, you don't need a license if you wanna like talk with your buddies or your family. Because I don't know if even if that was the case, it's like it's kind of stupid to like owning a radio and then you need a license to just talk with your buddies. So there's that. You don't need a license to like I don't know if you want to play paintball with it or like airsoft or like if you want to use these radios as some sort of like communication for like I don't know convention like cosplay conventions or free conventions. I don't think you need a license. Yeah, I don't think you need a license to do like to do basic communication.
Since radioactive half-life will make
Only when you're entering or talking
for any form of life for thousands of years.
high frequency or whatever. It's like yeah. So there's still a lot of stuff I don't know about these like radios. So again, I'm still a newbie at it, and I'm still trying to learn more so I could use this to my effectiveness. Like I can't wait until like I could get my hands on a USB like a USB and a smartphone adapter so I could use that for like a makeshift like GPS for it. So because the reason why I own this in the first place is because like well two reasons. One, I've already explained this before. The place that I live in is because like the weather here is much more hostile. So like the floods and all that stuff, like the floods, heavy rain, and like the constant power surge, like the power failures because of the increase of like weathers being too hard. What else? And it's also because like I saw like a couple of like news outlets of like people of Taiwan like doing like these like drill exercises where like they're in public and then they're like using these radios to communicate with each other. And the reason why they use it is kind of the same reason that I'm using it. Like one of the reasons is because of like electricity and failures that regarding failures regarding like power failures and if your smartphones cannot get a good reception or connection with the quotas and all that stuff. And it's also because like the whole geopolitical stuff that's going on in Taiwan, where it's like they're being spied on by China, and if like China invades them and all that. So that's another reason of why they're doing these exercises. And it's also because of like they're Taiwan has like a big culture on these radio stuff. Like they have like these big fan clubs where it's kind of like Boy Scouts in a way, like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, where they use these radios as like a survival kind of like usage. So yeah, there's that. Like going camping, helping the elderly. What else was, or what I'm using, like where it's like what I said about like emergency cases. So there's that as well. Yeah, I didn't know I didn't know about Taiwan's culture about like they having like they're big fans of like these radio stuff until I did a bit more research. Oh yeah, speaking of using this for like convention and like anime convention, furry convention usage, I had this talk with Rapture about using these. We might possibly do this because like the thing about our conventions like is that especially when it's like a big name revenue like Popcorn or CF or Comic Frontier, is that they always get crowded, like regardless of which day you went, day 1 or 2 or 3. Well, no, mostly day 1 and 2. Is that they get really fucking crowded. So yeah, there's that. We might consider that, but like I'm not sure about Sandy though. I don't know about like the Indonesian Sonic fan club yet. They're still thinking about it. So basically, they've been thinking of like doing their like radio thing because it's also like crowded, and then like the convention can be really loud and it's hard to like talk to people. And some people might ask, well, why can't you just use your smartphones or smart tablets to contact them? The problem is that like because it's like so many people there, the Wi-Fi or like T-cell or quota connection is like just awful. That's why it's like it's hard to like doing the QR. It's also troublesome to do like digital payment as well because it's like lots of people there and like so many like phones and shit, and it's like people would just start using like we might consider using the radios to like communicate. And if I haven't mentioned this before, it's also because it's like loud. It's not just the concert part. It's also because like many people, which means like many talking and stuff. So there's like also that. But it's not official yet. It's just like possible consideration from like the Indonesian Sonic group if we're doing another like table there. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I hope you guys like the music. This one's called... It's called Half-Life, but it's the Hypnotic remix. Or the Hypnotic mix. Sounds very Matrixy if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's got that club to death house music kind of like, or like techno music going on. So anyway, enough of me. Like, what do you want? What else do you want to talk about, Steve? Oh, that I'm not sure. Mm, whew. That I don't know. That's a good question. Like obviously for me, when it comes to like a serious Batman, it's always have to be Kevin Conroy. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still like the other versions of like the Batman from the Batman and the one from the recent like Batman the Brief and the Bold. Like I do like those. Yeah, like at first I didn't like that either, but then I watch a bit. Like, I mean, I like it though. Yeah, it goes back to a much more like campy, corny, um, Batman. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like using a trope. It's like it's not using a trope into like your comics or novel or like TV series or movie is like a trope. A good trope is when you're doing it right. When it's like when you're doing it wrong, they don't seem to understand that like like the whole like women in the refrigerator thing because it's like people always say it's like it's bad because it's sexist because like it's always like women, but like if you look at how they actually do like implement that in a good way, like for example Mr. Freeze from Batman the Animated Series, you can actually like use that trope in a good way, it's not always a bad thing. Yeah, yeah, but that's what makes like the whole relationship between Mr. Freeze and his wife is so good is because like it's like the whole Mr. Freeze, like the thing about like Batman's enemies is like they have a story. Like it's like everyone has a story to tell. They're not just like bad guys for the sake of like doing bad things. There is a motive, like there's a clear motivation to it. That's why, but that's why Mr. Freeze is like different to like say the Joker. The Joker only does bad things because he loves it. He relish in being this pure chaotic character. He loves the thrill of like robbing banks or like unless if you like want to do like way more serious stuff like intoxicating people with the Joker smoke or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, like the whole thing about the Killing Joke is that like Joker is like really brutal with his like methods in this. I don't know if I should say like it's on par to like the Christopher Nolan one, because like the Joker in that is like portrayed as like this like um as like a terrorist with like that's always like one step ahead above everyone else, and it still has the chaoticness from the comic books, where like that one scene where he burns like a huge pile of money, and then he does the it's not about the money, it's about the message, like the Dark Knight Joker is like makes the Joker like way fucking creepy and scary, because it's like I didn't like the Jared Leto like Joker, because it's like I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like the whole like the Joker thing is because it's like, how do I say it? It's like what makes it like a interesting character and story is because it's like I was gonna say something, but I'm having a brain fog. Like I understand where this is going. It's like like the the character is abused because like it wasn't until like later in the movie where like the Joker like steals like confidential like information about his history, especially his mom. Yeah, that's like, oh, that's pretty fucking sad. And the fact that he killed his own mom is also like, oh no. And his friends, well, some of his friends, they let, yeah, yeah, that's what, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still like a pretty sad story. It's kind of like at that point it's like a revelation to the Joker, and going back to his friends. That's why I said like he killed some of his friends because he let one of them go, because like you said, it's like because he's the only one that's nice to him and all that stuff, and it's like yeah, it's just pretty sad. And I just found out that Robert De Niro was in that film as well. I was like, wait, that guy. I was like, wait, that guy looks familiar. And then when I look, well, But when my friend told me about it, it's like, wait, what? Really? Like, it just like Robert De Niro in that movie was like, it just like went past me. It's like I didn't know that. And it's also sad because like if you compared the scene at the beginning where he daydreams of like being interviewed by the interviewee guy, and then the scene where he's about to kill him, and then it's just so sad. And then when he says you're not a good person or whatever, that literally clicked me where it's like, okay, this is going to hell, and I'm just like, yep, oh no, I feel sorry, dude. I feel sorry for the character and shit, and because like, yeah, yeah, it's like like people are just like being a piece of shit to him, which like, and then oh my god, it kind of reminds me of like Scarface, like the other half of Scarface, where it's like where well, Al Pacino Scarface, to be more clear, it's like it just like goes down and down and down, and it's like what? Yeah. You should also try playing the World Is Yours game. If you can't get it to play on the PC version on modern hardware, at least try to like play it on the emulate it on the Wii version or the PS2 version. Wait, what inventory? Oh, nice, nice, nice. Epic. Okay. Okay, we're already entering Half-Life 2 soundtrack, and this is gonna be the last one before we're going into the Team Fortress 2 section of the playlist. So I'm just reminding everyone. Oh, by the way, do you know this game called Captain Claw? Do you know this game called Captain Claw? Yeah, it's a game about a furry pirate cat. I think it's on the Genesis or NES, but I could be wrong. But I remember like Stuart K. Riley making a video review about it. Do you know who? Do you know who Stuart K. Riley? Do you know about Stuart K. Or like Working Man Games? Okay, so like there's been like a rise of like furry or like people with like personas with furry or anthros and stuff, where it's like they're reviewing games and stuff. Like Stuart K. Riley or work, or most people call him, known of him for Working Man Games, and then Milky the Skunk Cat, or whatever. Like, yeah, there's been like, I'm starting to notice this like from last year, and I'm just like, oh, I'm just consuming them. Like, I love it. Like, I love. Like, Stuart K. Riley is more like a retro, like focuses on like retro, like, you know, the MS DOS and Amiga stuff, and then there's like some SNES, NES, Genesis, that stuff. He also does, like, you know, Xbox 360, PS3, but it's like, it was mostly like stream stuff. He mostly streams them. And then the Milky the Skunk Cat one does like more of a, you know, PS2 games, PS2 GameCube era video games. I think that's what the name of the character or channel is called. Okay, well, keep in mind, we're playing PS2 music now on the playlist, so does that. Sorry, Milkshake the Skunk Cat. Okay, sorry. Not Milky, sorry. I remember there's another one, I forget the name. I forgot, was it Lass or something? Lassie or something? Hang on. Wait, hang on. What's the name of that? Like, I'm trying to find... There's like this furry YouTuber who reviews games as well, and it's like... I don't remember the name, but like... It's like a dog in armor. It's like Lancel or something? I forgot. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Let me check. Let me check on my other YouTube channel. Let's see. Hang on, where is it? I know it's somewhere here. Right. Lancel something, I forgot. Where is it? sorry, I'm laughing at something else. Sorry. I think I found it. Mr. Max 94 and Lancelet. Mr. Max 98, Working Man Games, and Yeah, it's Lancelot. I think they got rid of their like persona, whatever. I don't know. It's sad. I actually like it though. So anyway, sorry about that. I think I should continue this stream. Hang on. Yeah, sorry. I got like. I got distracted by this. Hang on, let me check. Let me check what Fire Drive's doing. Hang on. Man, this song is fucking suspenseful. Where are we up to? Okay, we're moving. We're starting to move over to Ninja Gaiden OST. Okay, all right. Actually, hang on, be right back. Be right back. Someone's calling me again. Be right back. Be right back. Yes, hello. Gayum? Oh, Kappa. Sorry about that. I'm just like playing around with Blue, the black cat. Yeah, he's we're just playing around. Blue, come on, come on. Hang on, let me get my. Ow! I didn't mean that, boy. Stop biting my fingers. Little silly wicket. No, little wicket, you know, it's usually like a British slang or something. I say, this is a silly wicket. What is it, boy? You don't want us to take a nap? Take a sleep? Then you go back to work. What's wrong, boy? You angsty again? Like, I poke his Wait, what? I poke his belly too many times, and then now he's fucking mad at me. Yeah. Blue the black cat. It's a cat. He's a full-grown adult cat, and then now he's like, he still has the mentality of an angsty teen. Okay, now he's resting. Okay, he's resting on top of my bed. Right on top of the pile of my bag made of canvas and condura. He loves the smell of condura in the morning. Actually, no. What time is it? Okay, it's in the afternoon. Sorry for me. So yeah, it's not in the morning. All right, boy. You sleep, yeah. You fucking. All right. No worries. Thanks for coming and thanks for the talk. Really appreciate it. Yeah. No. All right. You too. Later. Thanks for coming as always. Ow, he's back. Oh, he bit me fingers. Ow, mommy. Ah. Okay, now I talk like a fucking baby. Man, why you gotta play so rough, Blue? It's just joking. I'm just joking. Oh! Oh, fuck. Fucking bit. He was this close to chewing off, like ripping off my thumb. Just poking me with one of his paws, and now he lets out his fucking one of his like murder mittens. Ow. Oh! Silly cat. Ow. Oh! Oh! Okay, I give him. Oh! Damn, you play so damn rough. Ow, that fucking hurts. What do I sound like? Freaking Yoda. Bruh. Little mouth. Like, holy shit. This cat is insane!
Oh! 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 I give up. I give up. Okay, I give up. I give up. I give up. You win. You win, boy. You win. Insane! The rain! Holy shit, that was fucking like the fang just plunges in. Sorry, the fangs. Fucking tongue twisters. The fangs plunges into my fucking veins. I hope I don't get rabies from this. You ain't got rabies, right, boy? Okay, good. Hey, you sleep. You sleep, yeah, boy. Take some rest. You need to go sleep. Nap. Boy, relax. Jesus Christ. No, don't ruin that. Don't ruin that. No! No, 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 no. Okay, this song kind of reminds me of, Metal Gear Solid 4. You ain't got... What happened to your toys, boy? I remember you have fun with them. Yeah, my wire. Yeah. Sorry. Here. Let me play with the wires. I'm gonna use them anyway. I have like plenty of wires for this stuff. Actually, guys, hang on. Be right back. Be right back. You okay, boy?
Okay, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Alright guys, I'm gonna like end the stream here now. I'm gonna do another one within like 30 minutes or an hour, we'll see. So again, yeah, see you guys later and stay tuned. Thanks.